Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have this makeup look for you. It is my go-to everyday glam. When I say everyday, I use that term loosely. I do not make my face look like this on a daily basis. I don't put in this much effort. When I go to work, generally it's like brows, mascara, done, and that's it. I don't put anything on my face really because my skin is so super sensitive. But if I'm going somewhere and I want to look more put together and like I've made some kind of effort, this is what I would do because it's quick and it's easy and yeah, all that good stuff. This is basically a completely drugstore tutorial as well. A couple of the bits aren't necessarily Boots or Superdrug, but they're that price range. The only thing I used that was expensive was the primer, so I apologise. But everything else is drugstore. No, wait, my brows were Anastasia as well. Okay, but I did them before the video. Basically, the eye look and everything is all drugstore stuff, and my foundation and all that stuff. So, anyway, this is, yeah, like I said, this is what I do if I want to look more put together. It's quick, it's easy, there's no liner, so there's none of that stress where your wings don't match and all that rubbish. But I hope you like this video, and if you want to see how I did this, then just keep on watching. As you can probably tell, I've already primed my lids and I've set them down. I used the Maybeline Instant Age Eraser all over my lids, and I set it with the Kick-Ass Instant Retouch Powder from Soap & Glory. This is really underrated. This is such a good powder. And I've done my brows with Anastasia Dip Brow. My skin is looking really shit at the minute, and I apologise. I've got like a massive spot coming here. It's like, you know, and they're sat under the skin and it's not ready to be popped yet. Sorry, that sounds disgusting, but it's going to be a big one. I'm telling you. Watch this space. So today I'm going to use my Makeup Geek palette. This isn't obviously a pre-made palette. This is the one I've put together. And the main two colours I'm going to be using are this shade here, which I think is Creme Brulee. I'm just going to double check. No, it's not. It's Frappe. I tell a lie. Frappe and Cocoa Bear. So that's these bottom two here in the bottom corner. First I'm going to go in with a big fluffy brush. This is actually a Salon Services brush. It was only about £1.50 or something. And I'm going to go in with that shade Frappe, the lighter brown shade, and I'm going to use this as my crease colour. Going to go in really lightly and just pop that up really, really high. Because Makeup Geek is obviously makes really pigmented colours, and as you can see, straight away you've got loads of colour. I've got quite a big lid space, like between my brow bone and my eye is actually quite a big space, so I can get away with quite a big amount of colour on there. But some clients I found have really, really small eyes. Well, not necessarily small eyes, but small area between their brow and their lid, and then you can't get away with doing quite so much, else it just looks like they've kind of been punched in the face. Which, no one wants to look like that, obviously. And I'm going to go in with a Zoeva, my favourite little brush, which is the Luxe Defined crease brush. This is the 224. It's the little more refined crease brush. And I'm going to pop Cocoa Bear into my actual crease. What I'm going to do is just brush Cocoa Bear lightly onto my lid. Only on that sort of outer portion, just so it gives that real like blown out smoky effect. Then literally from here I'm going to go straight into face. That's all I do on my upper lids. I will do something on my lower lash line as well, but I'm going to do my face first. So I'm going to prime my face with the Dr. Brandt Pores No More. I do like this primer, but I would never repurchase it because it was really expensive and it's not my favourite. Wow, that spot is massive. That's going to be a beauty. I don't know if it's showing up on camera as I don't know if the camera's doing it justice, just to how big it is. But I'm having really bad breakouts recently. I think over Christmas and that I've eaten shit and it's just made me really go downhill. I need to kind of detox and get it all out of my system. I have been doing that in January, so hopefully my skin will just clear up and it'll be fine again. We'll see, won't we? But I mean, yeah, like I said, I like this primer, but to me it's not as good as the Benefit Professional, but that's just my personal opinion. So then for foundation, I'm using the New Look Flawless Foundation and Contour Stick. This was only £4.99, which is a bargain. I got the colour Natural Beige. Now I think it's probably not going to be the right colour for me, so I might have to mix something else in. It doesn't look too bad, but the colour range was rubbish. There was only about 3 or 4 different colours. I'm going to apply it straight to my face. So straight away it's highlighting my pores, I can tell that. But it may be okay when I've blended it in. Well, I don't know how much of it I'm supposed to use. I'm going to blend it in with the Morphe 439 brush, which is my favourite buffing brush. Yeah, it's not quite the right colour for me, it's a little too orange. But do you know what? That's not a bad foundation, mind. I'm doing a whole video on New Look Beauty, so look out for that. It'll probably be up just after this video. Or maybe just before. If it's before, obviously I'll pop it in the down bar. But it'll probably be up just afterwards. But for $4.99, I tell you what, that is not a bad foundation. I mean, I know I haven't finished blending it in. Okay, if we disregard the fact that the colour isn't quite right for me, I am very impressed with that. It is, as you can see, it's made me look really masky. It's very, very high coverage. It's not really too bad. I mean, it's sitting in my pores a little bit, but like I said, that Dr. Brandt primer is not my favourite primer of all time. So it'll be interesting to see it with a different primer. It's gathered around my nose just slightly, and it is sitting on my spots a little bit. But obviously I know they're there, so I'm going to notice that. But I'm going to finish the rest of my face, and I will, you know, see how we go. I'm just going to set my whole face with the Kick-Ass powder again. And just whack it all over, basically. I don't know if this foundation needs a powder particularly, but we'll see. I'm not doing a full, like, under eye highlight. Reason being because I feel like this foundation is pale enough without me putting, like, white triangles under my eyes as well. I'm not, although I like that for like full glam, I do like to do that. For like a regular daily makeup, I don't, because I think it's too intense. I'm just going to take the Revolution Duo Sculpt bronzer. This bronzer I really like, by the way. It's very pigmented though, so you have to go a bit easy on it. And just carve my cheekbones out slightly. Then I'm just going to take the Sleek blush in the shade Antique, which is, as you probably know, one of my favourite blushes of all time. It's like this mauvey toned shimmery blush, but the shimmer isn't too intense. I love it so much. And I'm just going to pop that on the apples of my cheeks. To me, it's like the best autumn winter shade for blush ever. You have to go a little bit easy though, because Sleek blushes are so pigmented. To highlight, again, New Look Beauty, I'm using their Bronze Baked Face Powder. This was $7.99 as well, and this I swatched and it looked like a dupe of Opal by Becca. It doesn't look like it in the pan, but I got a little bit excited. So I'm going to apply it with my Morphe M501 brush, which, you know, everyone on YouTube applies for highlight with this. It's golder than I thought it would be, and a bit less intense than I thought it would be. Like, its swatch is really super bright, but that is still a really nice highlight. It actually goes on a bit like Anastasia So Hollywood. More so than Becca Opal. That's a really pretty highlighter. So back to my eyes, I'm going to take the shade Cocoa Bear again, and I'm going to run it under my lower lash line with the 224 crease brush that I used. And just join together the upper smokiness with the lower lash line. My dog's going nuts outside, so I apologise, you can probably hear her barking. I'm going to take this shade, which is Shimmer Shimmer by Makeup Geek, and I'm just going to pop that on my inner corner, just to brighten up my inner corner of my eye. Because everyone likes a bright inner corner. Then I'm not even going to line my eyes, I just leave them like this for speed reasons. because if you're in a rush and you want to apply liquid liner, my recommendation is just don't do it, because liquid liner in a rush is a bad combination. I'm going to go and pop on some Art Bar. I'm going to go and pop on some Ardell Demi Wispies. I'm going to shut the dog in because she's barking like mad, and I will be back. Once my lashes are done, I'm going to do my lips, and for this I always would do a nude lip with this look just because it's kind of my go-to anyway. And I would use the GRWM lip liner in the shade 16. This is my favourite nude lip liner, even of high end. And then my new love, the Milani Soft Matte Lip Cream. I mentioned this in my low end 2016 favourites. I'm in love with this. Aisling from Dramatic Mac mentions it, or has mentioned it a few times, and it is insane. It's so beautiful. It's my new love. I wear it all the time, and this combination is like my favourite lip combination at the moment. At the minute. So this does dry down matte when it's completely dry, but that is literally all I would do. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. I hope you like this tutorial. It is kind of what I've been wearing all of the time recently when I want to put on a quick face but look put together. Yeah, I hope you like it. As always, any questions or any requests, pop them in the comments down below and I will try and do them for you. But until next time, I will see you all in my next video. Bye, guys.